He is, yes, the amazing Rex. Mind reader. What else do you do?
Good morning. I'm a motivational speaker, seminar leader, and trainer, consultant. I do mind reading full-time, but people also ask me to come in and do sales seminars or team-building seminars or workshops, those kinds of things.
I understand you can whip up a pretty good omelet, too, from what Well, he's very amazing Rex in the kitchen, also.
Yeah, stop. That's the astonishing Rex in the kitchen, yes.
Will we be baffled and mystified also this morning, amazing Rex?
Well, I hope so. I certainly hope to be.
I think I'm amazed that you can actually get a full-time gig out of mind reading. I think that's pretty amazing.
Well, you know what it is? It's that I demonstrate what's possible when you put your mind to it. We all have thoughts. Our thoughts are seeds which we use to plant ideas and make things grow. And the more positive they are, the more fruitful they can be. Mm-hmm. And so corporations hire me all around the world to come in and to show what's possible when you put your mind to it.
You must be great at cocktail parties too, though.
They have me for mixers in hospitality suites,
office parties.
You bet.
Or just in general. I mean, Rex, if you're putting together, for example, I'm having a party at my place tonight. I wish I would have known Rex. I would have invited you. Come on over and have some fun with us.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Once you get some drinks in people, it must really get fun.
Well, yeah.
Or is it more difficult?
It's more difficult.
Is it really?
Because it's cloudy, I suppose.
Well, exactly. Everything I do is done by the process of the human mind. I don't use any shills or paid assistants. I don't use any stooges. I don't use any plants. All right, well, I used plants in the 70s, but that was a different era.
Yeah.
That was for medicinal purposes.
Yeah, speaking of freeing your mind.
Right. But literally, what I need is people to be able to concentrate and cooperate, and that's why the corporations like the team-building message so much. It doesn't happen in isolation. It's not interesting or entertaining for me to try and read my own mind.
I suppose not.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking right now? I'm thinking, I hope this guy really is amazing, and this doesn't fall flat on its face. Well, sometimes, having psychics and so on, and you
never know.
We've had people who wanted to contact the dead and stuff like that, and it's like kind of having maybe like an animal act on, or a kid. Sometimes they perform and sometimes they don't.
Right.
But that's what I'm thinking right now. I hope Amazing Rex is amazing.
Well, that is true, though. I mean, I'm not always right. I'm not 100%. I can be wrong, and people can confuse me or trip me up or trick me, but if they cooperate and concentrate and they're not too inebriated, some pretty amazing things can happen.
Now, have you ever read something and picked something out of somebody's head that you really wish you hadn't found in there?
He hasn't got to me yet, Jay.
Yes and no. I mean, you understand that what I do now primarily is in the guise of entertainment. I work in shows. They're family-friendly, meaning that the whole, they're clean. Sure. They're fun. They're 100% interactive. I don't reveal anything that's embarrassing or...
Naughty.
That would be naughty or sensitive to the person. Well, except for you.
Okay.
That's because everything in there is naughty.
That's right. But... so it's about being able to connect with another person and have that moment. And so what I typically do in a show will have people think of certain things. Maybe it's the first person they ever kissed, or a pet name that I couldn't possibly know.
Should I be thinking of a word or something? Yeah,
sure, go ahead and think of a word.
Can I think of a word?
Yeah, concentrate on a word.
More than 4 letters.
More than 4
keep
letters.
Keep it clean.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Go ahead. See the first letter of that word.
I wanted him to say a naughty word. Okay. All right.
Okay, you got it. We're working with you. Now, we've not arranged anything. I mean, I'm not giving you... You don't... Okay.
I had actually a predetermined word that I picked out before, and I've written it down in our producer, Mike across the hall.
He's got it?
He's got it written on his easel. Is that correct, Mike? You have it there?
I have it on my hand, Dan.
But I can't see it.
No. You are in another... Okay. Rex is in the same studio with us. You are across some glass and stuff like that.
And I'm not arranged anything with Mike. Okay.
I should point out, by the way, that Rex is going to be at the Women's Expo tomorrow before we get started here. That's at the Wisconsin Exposition Center, State Fair Park. The expo runs from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. A lot of stuff. We have chefs in. I mean, there's a fashion show.
Demonstrations, yeah.
But Rex is going to be there. The amazing Rex, mystifying you at from 2 until 2:45.
And I'm going to try and read the minds of people who are there. Yeah, the audience members.
Hey, can you do it before you get to my word and Jane's? Is Jane thinking of a word too?
I'm thinking of a word.
Jane wanted to be blindfolded for some reason. I don't think it had anything to do with mind reading.
I was thinking it was later tonight. Sorry.
No. What? But first, okay. So I should be concentrating on the first letter.
You're concentrating, and
I've got it.
And I'm picking up an H. Is that correct?
Oh my goodness!
That's the H.
You got your H.
I'll tell you what, Dan. I want you to
You're funny.
Scramble up the letters. Mix them up.
All right.
Okay.
You want me to spell the word in my head, but mix them up?
Yeah, mix them up just in the random order. And I want you to concentrate on any other letter other than the one that's the first one. And
if you get this.
I get a couple that are flashing on and off, like you went to one and changed your mind.
Yes, I did.
I get actually a P.
Oh, my, again, now
seriously?
I am going to...
Now you just gave me chills.
Out.
That's weird.
You're freaking me out, Rex.
An H and a P.
Okay, now, so stick them back in order, Dan.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to try and... Now, some words are easier to visualize than others, you know, and this is like if you were thinking of, you know, a bumblebee, you could make a picture of a bumblebee.
Sure.
I don't get the sense that this is a word that's that easy to visualize.
No,
It's more a
no, it
conceptual
is
word.
not. It is a conceptual word, exactly.
Okay, go ahead. Just in your mind, spell the word out. Don't say anything. Don't move your lips or anything like that. I'm gonna try and write down here on the paper. Okay.
I'm now spelling the word to myself. Hopefully spelling it correctly.
I'm committed, and I'm going to show it to Jane.
Okay.
But then you say the word. Just right.
Gotcha.
The word that you were thinking of
What's
was
the word, Dan?
Hopeless?
Yes, he's got it.
Oh, my God!
That is unbelievable.
Mike, is it the word I wrote, the hopeless?
Yes, it is over here.
That's amazing.
No! Burn him at the stake! He's a warlock! Oh, okay, get out of my
That was really
Rex,
new.
get the hell out of my head! There's not enough room for both of us in there.
Jane, the fun we could have with this guy.
Oh,
God.
that is damn good.
That
Well,
really
that's,
is.
and that's why companies call me in, because number one, when you've had the experience, it's painless, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it's fun, and that you will remember this forever, and people talk about it over the coffee, you know, a pot the next day, and for weeks and months.
How
and,
did
How
you
do you
do
do
that,
that?
Rex?
I mean,
see, I said earlier, there's got to be. I'm very
There's a
skeptical.
trick. You think there's a trick.
I know magicians, and we've had David Seabakken and people. You know, there's a
excellent
trick.
magician.
Yeah, he is, but he's doing tricks. And but how'd you do that?
Do you see it in your? I mean, you see it in your head.
People, yeah, we work with different senses. There's the visual sense, there's the auditory sense, there's the sounds, there's the kinesthetic sense, which are feelings, and obviously taste and smells. I tend to work off of pictures and feelings. So if you can visualize and I can visualize together. This happens with couples, by the way. People who've been together for a very long time often know what the other person is thinking without
Sure.
speaking.
That's true.
My,
Yeah,
my
that
wife
is
is a
true.
mind reader, and she doesn't make the money Rex does.
Yeah,
Right. Of course, you're usually only thinking about one
one
thing, so
thing,
that's
right.
not that
No, before we get to Jane's word, you wanted to read Jane's. No, Jane has
yeah,
had,
Jane
been
has
thinking.
a
Let's finish
word.
off. AmazingRex.com is the website. AmazingRex.com. He'll be at the Women's Expo tomorrow between 2 and 2:45. Now, he
Right.
nailed hopeless, my word, and now Jane's been
picked it out of
thinking of a
nowhere.
word
Now,
for the last
you
20
concentrate
minutes.
on your word and
Okay.
see it as if it were on a movie screen. I'll try and pick that up.
Okay.
People can by the way, people can book me direct from my website. They can go in and contact me. I
Okay.
also have some ESP tests on there if people want to test their own ESP and some things that
Are
might
some
miss
people's
if I'm-
minds easier to read than others?
Oh, absolutely.
I've been told I was easier to hypnotize than
Yeah,
other people.
yeah.
I don't know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing because the more that we can let other people know who we are, the more friends, the more family, the more connections we make in our life. You know, too many people walk around as if we're islands and isolated and trying.
Well, we are
Shut
pretty
everything-
open on the
shut
show when you
everything
think of it.
off,
That kind of makes sense because we do talk about our life. A lot of people, you always come up to me and say, boy, you guys talk about it personal. Well, that's our show, so I am pretty open that way, so that makes sense. Okay, now, Jane, what, are you going to go the first letter on her or something or what?
Yeah, go ahead. Concentrate on your
Okay.
word. All right, now, whereas he had a word that, okay, I'll tell you what. This I actually get some. I think I'm getting some imagery with, so I'm gonna go with what I have. Actually,
You're gonna write it down.
You think you've got it already?
I think so, but I'm gonna write it down.
Okay, we'll see.
Oh,
this
man.
Is, I know.
I don't
isn't
know what
this
it is.
freaky? This is
I
freaky.
get something very winterized here. I get something, and I could be wrong.
Jane is difficult to read because she constantly changes her mind, by the way. She's a female, right? What do you got?
You gonna show it to him?
I'm gonna go with that, but I'm not sure.
Should I say what? Don't should I say what it is?
Say what it is. And then,
Snowflakes.
Oh, my goodness.
Did he get it right?
What does he have
Oh,
written down
my
there?
God.
No, I'm freaked out
I
by
am
that.
too. I really am. Can I go in the other room now? You're scaring me.
Yeah.
But that's why when you said like mixers at parties or why it makes
you're-
such an impression at corporate events, whether it's a sales meeting, because we'll talk about team building and how you can connect with customers, create rapport, or understand their needs before they may even understand them. So
You would be like the most killer salesman on the face of the
and I
planet
teach
because you
psychic
know
sales.
everything.
Yeah,
I do. I teach psychic sales.
He would just not even go to the place because he's going to get a no. Right? Why even waste
I'm
my
not
time?
stopping there today,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, is that funny?
Can you teach people to do this?
Well, I can teach
This
you.
is a
I've been
gift you
doing this-
have,
No,
but-
I've been doing it since I was 8 years old. I started by reading a book. It was actually called "How to Make ESP Work for You" by a guy named Harold Sherman, who chronicled his experiments with a South Pole explorer, not bird, but they kept journals. And so a cousin and I started doing this by trying to project thoughts and send them to each other. We worked with playing cards because that's always a good way to do it.
Right.
A good visual there too. I
Sure.
suppose.
Right.
How to memorize things and,
Exactly. And so it is a skill that can be developed like anything. A person can become a concert pianist or they can become somebody who picks notes out and barely plays. It just depends on how much time and effort you're willing to put into it.
They always
I've
say
done
that we
it-
don't use enough of our brains.
Right, right. Well, but see, I've been doing this my entire life, so it's a little bit easier for me, and I'm not always right. I mean, I still miss.
Oh,
Very
you
funny.
got to come and see him
Yeah,
tomorrow,
all right.
you guys.
That'll
Tomorrow,
be fun.
Between 2 and 2:45 at the Women's Expo at the Wisconsin Exposition Center, State Fair Park. It's going on from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. Admission is free. Cooking demonstrations, fashion show, and the amazing Rex.
It'll be a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
Between 2 and 2:45. Thank you for coming
Thank
in.
you so
thanks for
much.
having
It's
me.
great fun.
Man, he's good. How does he do it? Freaking incredible.
That is amazing.